So I was on Twitter just scrolling and I stumbled upon an interesting post. The post in question read, "Name a more iconic duo than straight men and unnecessary commentary." Well, original poster, I can't tell you a way better duo than that. I have a few in mind. Mario and Luigi, Batman and Robin. Hell, any sort of show that has two main characters is better than your quote-unquote duo. I went to check the replies and one caught my eye. He stated LGBT people and unnecessary slander on straight people was a better iconic duo. I myself agree with this dude. For one, literally yesterday, the LGBT community was saying no straights allowed, fuck all heteros. I was shocked. How could it be that in 2020 being straight is worse than being a murderer? I decided to give my two thoughts in and show a few examples of why it's hard to support the LGBT community when they're a complete assholes back to us. That was the biggest mistake of my life. It started the biggest argument that I've ever seen, complete full-on action, war, and K-pop fan cams everywhere. I wanted to highlight a few tweets that were directed at me. One in particular said that harassing straight people was okay because we aren't dying. Ah, yes. Being us straight men aren't dead. We deserve to be attacked for our preferences. Like, I really don't understand the LGBT community's goal here. If I recall, they want straight people to support them, right? But then they bash on the same people. It's insane to me. I replied to this person with, how is it my problem? Because, I'm not involved in these awful acts. And yet he has the audacity to say that I am since I am not making it my problem, I am a terrible person. I'm a terrible man. Now let me get this out there. You are not obliged to do any of these things in life. Whether you donate to charity, follow a movement, whatever. It is your choice to do it. And if you do them, great, good job. But if you don't do these things, you can still support the movement. Just because you aren't telling your zero follower fanbase to sign these petitions, you are still able to support the movement. Silence is not violence. And this mentality is absolutely ridiculous. I've seen celebrities and other people get downright harassed because they haven't talked about the issue. If a celebrity wants to talk about a world issue, he will or she will. Now this person kept on going, saying things like I wasn't a true ally, and if I didn't understand that I wasn't a part of these targeted straight people, I was basically homophobic. Words like transphobic and homophobic exist, or transphobe or homophobe, and I have no clue why these jokes or memes, whatever, they put fuck the straights, fuck the heteros, no more heterosexuality. I just don't understand this excuse that we're going after transphobes and homophobes. The meme should just say fuck homophobes then. I don't understand. I really wish these people would just admit that they themselves are just as bad as these homophobes going after the LGBT community. It's the exact same thing. These LGBT community people are going after straight people for no real reason. Now, one of their excuses is that they're a minority, which is 100% true since there's obviously more straight people. But if you want to become no longer like a majority, maybe 50-50, then you would stop going after straight people. You're just making more and more people just hate your community, and more homophobic and transphobic people are gonna appear because you're being a dickhead to them. Now, unfortunately, the LGBT community will always be a minority, since many Middle Eastern countries have religions and beliefs that being gay is bad, and we can't really change that. Another thing I wanted to point out is that, oh, this is a joke, you should be laughing. How dare you get offended? But if you were to do the same thing, like let's say fuck straight people, that was a meme, you would change it to fuck homo people, like fuck gay people. Your entire career is gone, is over. And that's what confuses me. Like, this mentality is really silly to me, especially since the LGBT community wants to be accepted, but they will not accept straight people. So then the straight people will not accept them. It's just gonna, all it does is cause 5-hour fights on Twitter, nothing gets done, and of course not every gay person and not every straight person is like this, but these few bad apples can make either side look bad, and it is what it is. So in conclusion, I'm just saying, this whole war is just stupid. Like these jokes on straight people, gay people, they should just stop. All it does is just spew toxicity and make my Twitter notifications just a bunch of people spamming K-pop fan cams and saying child, let me hide my giggle child. It's annoying. And to the LGBT community, I'm not going after you, okay? I'm just saying that Just because you're a minority doesn't mean you should go after straight people, because then you're just making more people homophobic, transphobic, because you're being an asshole to them. You understand? Like, don't make your sexuality your personality. That's what I'm saying. You're allowed to be transgender. You're allowed to like gay. You're allowed to be gay. That's your preference. Go along. But if you make it a personality and go after people that have a different person like preferences, then get out. Like, you're being a dickhead, you know. And that's all I got. If you like the video, subscribe, and that's about it.